morning. Welcome back to BT. We are looking at slick conditions in and around the GTA, so give yourself that extra time heading out the door. As of right now, those slick conditions are slowing you down a little bit more than usual. So eastbound QEW, we're looking at delays from about Bronte to 3rd line, also slow from southbound to about east of Cawthra. Again, those slick conditions adding to the slowdowns through there. We're also looking at delays on the eastbound Gardner. That's heavy from the Humber Bridge to about Dufferin. And that construction we were seeing on the southbound 404 heading through 16th Avenue in the 2 right lanes, that's all gone. So things are good to go through this stretch for the most part, but we are still looking at that residual backup. MTO just moving the cameras around here. So the southbound 404 is pretty jammed up from about Major Mackenzie heading towards where we did have those right lanes blocked. Outside of that, we're looking at delays on the southbound DVP from about Eglinton down to Don Mills, and that is all just volume. That is a look at your roads.
Need a laugh? Catch The Suspendables, a podcast by funny man Jungle Jim Jerome and prolific former NHL player Russ Cordnell. Search The Suspendables on Apple Podcasts.
Checking on Pearson and Billy Bishop this morning, you can see green on the board, meaning no significant delays, so the rain not impacting whatsoever. 23 is going to be the daytime high today in New York City. It looks nice and dry as well through Montreal. Montreal will get into some wet weather tomorrow. Detroit today into the showers. They'll clear later this afternoon. Ottawa, you're going to see some wet weather push towards you as you get almost into the evening. We've been watching already that first line, that first wave of wet weather pushing its way in through the downtown core, and this is really some of the lightest rain that we're going to see. As we work our way through the afternoon, we'll see on and off showers. Late afternoon, the risk of a thunderstorm. For the evening commute, we could see rain even heavy at times, and even into the early morning hours of Wednesday, you could still see that potential of a thunderstorm. Today, humid conditions 18. We have a humidex already 24. Your high today will be 24. Your humidex today will be 32. Winds this afternoon, southwesterlies 30 to 50, so breezy and or gusty. 25 degrees tomorrow under clearing skies. Will wrap the wet weather up in the early morning hours. Then on Thursday, nothing but sunshine and smiles and a high 25 degrees. Let's look at your forecast.
Following the death of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, more accusers are expected to speak in court today before his case is officially closed. A federal judge ordering the hearing, allowing his accusers as well as prosecutors and the defense to address the courts before he formally closes that case. Epstein, charged with sexually abusing dozens of young girls during the early 2000s, he died in his jail cell on August the 10th. Medical examiners have ruled his death as a suicide. Hong Kong's leader Carrie Lam says the violence during anti-government protests is becoming more serious, but the government is confident it can handle the crisis itself. She spoke today for the first time since the demonstrations escalated on the weekend and police using water cannons and tear gas while protesters threw bricks and petrol bombs. Lam is pressing for dialogue on this crisis. The protests are the biggest political crisis since Hong Kong's handover from Beijing in '97, and Chinese Communist Party authorities have warned that force could be possible to stop violence. Puerto Rico bracing for Dorian as the tropical storm enters the Caribbean Sea and is expected to strengthen to hurricane status. A state of emergency declared on the island yesterday. Dorian is expected to pass on the southwest side of Puerto Rico as a Category 1 hurricane on Wednesday night. It would be the first hurricane of the season. The island is still grappling with the devastation left by Hurricane Maria just 2 years ago. A speeding truck flipping onto its side after crashing into 2 passenger vans on the highway in northern India today, killing at least 16 people. 6 others injured in this crash, rushed to hospital, many in critical condition. It happened on the Lucknow-Delhi highway. The cause still under investigation.